So just so you know that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are ready. And it gives me a great pleasure to introduce this man. A great show last night. Totally enjoyed it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Pizzi.
Thanks for stretching. That was really nice. Hey folks, no, I'm not a lecturer, so I've never done this before, but I'm looking forward to do this, and I'll tell you why, because I have a lot, when I was asked to come here, I actually, well, let me digress a little bit. Even before I saw this, I was going to make a lecture notes to sell you guys a lecture note, and I said, I had so much to say, I wrote like a book, and I hadn't finished it, so it's taking a long time, so maybe next time I'll have a book for you guys. And this is really odd, because I have so many things to say, I'm going to try to squish them into a short time, and I'll take any questions that you want, but this is really cool. As a ventriloquist, I don't like this art. I love this art. I don't live it a little, I live it every day. It is the greatest thing in the world to make people laugh at the dummy. It is not good, it's great, it's excellent. It's a beautiful thing to give laughter to people with a puppet. It's a great thing. I'm not looking to get inspirational. And by the way, inspired is another thing I want to talk about. Being a ventriloquist has been, to me, the greatest thing ever. It let me travel the world, let me see different people, different places, learn different things, and make people laugh with all different cultures. I pissed off a few people along the way. Well, let's not talk about my wife. So, no, seriously, I've had a really, really strange thing. I've had a very humble beginning. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and as a kid, and it was a strange growing up. I was in a single family, and I started off in the magic business. I liked magic. I got bit by the magic bug, and it took off really. It changed my life in a pivotal moment. And slowly, I realized when Jay Johnson came on the soap in like 77, 78, I couldn't believe how funny it was. And what a puppet get these laughs. I was really impressed by the quickness and the funniness. And back in the day, I had a Betamax video recorder. Now, if you know what this is, you're old. Yeah. and then later on came VHSs. And if you don't know what that is, you don't even have pubic hair. So it's so it was strange that I had this Betamax in my apartment. I was working on Wall Street doing kids shows occasionally on the weekends, and I taped a little piece of Jay Johnson with his dummy Bob going back and forth, and the word he said, this little clip I had on my piece of tape was called, "Danny, he hurt me," at one of his shows, and he said, "Danny, he hurt me, Danny, he," and I taped it. I watched him go back and forth with it, heard the sound, watched it 1,000 times, and tried to understand what the synergy between the back and forth was, how the speed worked, how he manipulated. I kind of learned it all from watching a several-second clip, in a sense. That's what I was learning. But what I was impressed with the most was the way he was able to make the dummy so funny and not take any heat as a person. But as a comedian, you make fun of people and take a backlash. But dummies seem to be able to get away with murder, and I kind of like that dark side of comedy. So, but I didn't understand what comedy was. I've grown very slowly in this business, kind of like a locust or a cactus, because it's been a long run. I was just thinking about that before coming here, that it's been such a long time to even get to perform on this stage. It's been like 20, 30 years, and it's been a long time, and it takes a long time to grow. But some people just snap into it, other people grow slowly. So I'm just here to encourage everybody that no matter where you are on this path, it's a great path, and you could actually make a great living beyond what I ever thought. It's been really a wonderful thing. But here's my point, to get back to what the real reason I'm here. I'm here to tell you guys a lot of stuff. No, I'm really actually, I'm not here to tell you anything, actually. But the point I wanted to make about this was that as a performer, I've been doing shows since 1980. I started doing kids shows for 10 years, very, very successfully, extremely. I started off really good. I became a good business person through trial and error, not through any great experience or schooling. I was very humble in the beginning. I was born above a store of Brooklyn. But I started in the 80s making like over 100,000 a year as a kid's magician in the 80s, which was really, really good. And I did it for 10 years until I got burnt out. And then in 89, 88, those comedy clubs started becoming really popular. And I said, oh, I'd like to do that. And I snuck into that a little while. And then from the comedy clubs, I started doing other things, like opening for music people and doing other things. And I went from being a kid's show to a family act, to a comedy act, to a dirty act, and back. You know, so it's been this big circle. So now, what's the beauty of this is that as you progressed through ventriloquism, and not that you have to do all these different venues, you don't. You could do any one you like and focus strictly on it. But to do the whole gamut is a beautiful thing because you're able to entertain anybody and everywhere, anytime, in any way. You walk in as an entertainer versus a ventriloquist. A ventriloquist generally does a canned act. He does a canned act, meaning that it's one thing he always does, the perfect 14. Like Sammy King, for instance, has the perfect 12-minute act. It's the best, it's beautiful. And it can work anywhere because it's diversity of it. On the other hand, an entertainer sometimes has a slew of material, can walk into any event and judge what needs to be done for that crowd. So it's almost like either you pull people into your space or you go in and create the space that you need for that particular audience. And this is, to me, where ventriloquism needs to go more in the future, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Where are we going with this? What's happening with ventriloquism? What's the future hold for this? I think as a ventriloquist, to stand here with a puppet and have different characters all the time is a great, great thing. But I think the future of it is where is it going? It's very popular now. Thank God that Jeff Dunham and Terry Fader have really taken this thing and moved it to a whole new light. But how long will it stay at the top? How long will it be before it declines again? And in order to keep it continuing to grow and rise, what do we need? We need the way young people think to be brought into what we do now. And before I invented this app, which I'll show you guys, I did a little bit of it last night, it took me a year and a lot of money. And a lot of time on the phone with Skype in India between midnight and 5. My Indian friend, Benjamin, hey. You're sitting in the same spot, then. You're not that smart, are you? I love this guy, Benjamin. We gave him a big hug last night. He's a good guy. You're a good guy. Thanks for taking the issue. You did a really good job. And I never show up. I want to hit you within half an hour. This is really strange. I never feel like this would be IB. This is actually an honor for me to be here, so thank you for having me. Just to get to where I'm going with this, I've been, as a ventriloquist, I constantly kept, and this is, I brought this up to you yesterday, this is something to think about. I actually, as a ventriloquist, where do you draw your comment, your information, where do you draw it from? Your personal life and where? Where everyone goes. Backwards. We always look backwards. As ventriloquists, we love the history of ventriloquism. We love the romance of being a ventriloquist and looking back at Bergen, and I do too, and I'm guilty of this. I could watch that Bergen on HBO 1,000 times and still enjoy it every single time. I just love it, love it. On the other hand, every time I go to create something new, I would go backwards. And that's the problem inherently that I think we as people in this business have made. We always look to the past, which is good, but where are we looking to the future? How often? And when I came up with this app, which is called Virtual Ventriloquist, which I was told by Jackie the Joke Man Martling, that's a bad name, I changed it to Dummy You. It's on iTunes, it's D-U-M-M-Y-U. It's a free one you can get there if you want to try it. It's good for iPhones and iPads and stuff. But the app, what I did was I thought, what about the future? And so I said, instead of looking backwards, let me look to the other way. And then looking to the future, I said, what's the future? It's technology. And who plays with that? Kids. Every time I talk to any kid, they're like this. They're always like this. They have short attention spans. They're watching YouTube. That's the future. It's technology. So how does that sync with the old past of ventriloquism? By creating technology and ventriloquism. So that's, I think, the direction that we need to go more so. I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but I think it's inevitably the way it's going to happen. So I came up with this idea of how about if I could take, because I travel a lot, and having these puppets and grinders and all these kind of strange things to travel with is really connect with the airlines. It's really, really difficult. And so I thought, what could be greater than creating anyone, taking anyone's picture, putting it into an iPad, and making anyone talk, or any character talk, a cartoon character talk, anything you want. You can have anybody talk. And then you can change the characters quickly, so you don't have to carry a puppet, you can carry a phone and do your act, essentially, if you want. It didn't turn out that way as much as I thought, but that's where I've gone. So I'm going to give you guys a quick look at what I'm talking about here. I'm not happy with where it's going yet still, because it's kind of strange item to do, but I'll just give you an example. So just before we started, while Ken was on, I took a picture of Dave Carr. Which, that's funny, isn't it? Actually, I know Dave Benny is a great guy, great school shows, really cool guy. So, so what you do is you take anyone's picture and you put it inside your iPhone or iPad. So I took his, and ironically, it usually takes about 10, 20 seconds to put somebody's picture and turn him into a human dummy, or actually sometimes up to a minute. But with Dave, it was immediate. And
thank you.
30 seconds. So now you can see what I did. You can use this on an iPad or an iPhone or whatever you want. But what I did with this one is that I attach it to a TV, and on it, then you can. And I've done this for CEOs, corporate events. I got paid a lot of money to do this for 12 minutes just to write special material. Because it's customizable, so anyone you can pull in. I'm not trying to sell you guys this app. I'm just trying to show you this is what the future is holding in some sense. There may be other ways, but this is just one. So there it is. You show people the screen, and there's Dave. And by the way, you see that reaction? You just laugh at it because it's funny to see somebody as a human dummy, right, Dave? Dave? Yeah. How are you? I'm good. All right. Good. All right. Everyone's here. Where? At the event convention. Where? Down there. Huh? No, down over there. I hate those people. All right. They're great. All right, listen to me. Listen, Dave. Yeah, you look good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Are we here today? What is it? You know what this is? Intervention? No. I need a haircut. All right, listen. I need my mustache cut. All right, listen to me. Dave? Yeah. You look good. Yeah. You're in the future. Where? In the future. Really? Yeah. Good. Yeah. All right. Dave? What do you think you're going to look like 20 years in the future? I don't know. Well, if I snap my fingers, I could turn Dave, is that you? All right, that's you? What happened? I got no hair. I see that. I got no teeth. I see that. I just cut my dance. All right, listen. I'm sorry, Dave. Yeah. You don't have to be old. No, you can be anything you want. Anything? Anything you want. Yeah. What would you like to be? I don't know. Think about it, and I'll turn you into it. There you go. You're young. Yeah. Hi. How are you? I'm Dave. Yeah. I got no mustache. Yeah, I see that. Dave, how do you feel? I still got no hair. Yes. Yeah. I still got no teeth. Yeah, I see it. I cracked my pants again. All right. Sorry, Dave. Yeah. You don't want to be a baby? No. Grow up to be whatever you want. Yeah. Think about it. I'll snap my fingers and you'll turn into. That's a Japanese guy from last year. Oh. What are you doing here? I want to buy real estate. All right, look. Hey, you don't want to be Asian, do you? No. Okay, you look really weird. I'm disoriented. All right, listen, Dave. Think about what you want to be. I snap my fingers and you'll be something different. Dave, what's up? All right. Dave, yeah, what are you doing? I'm a brother. Yeah, I see that. You want to be African American? Yeah, not really. Why'd you do that? My wife. All right. You know. All right. Hey, you want to be African American? No. What do you really want to be? Why do you want to be African American? I want to be powerful. Powerful? Yeah. All right. Think about powerful. There you go. President, let me snap my fingers. Be powerful. You want to be really powerful? I want to take over your country. All right, listen. Now you're North Korea. Oh yeah. Okay. What's your name, Dave? Sundun Dave. All right, listen. Say goodbye to everybody. All right, come on, stop. All right, listen, stop. Dave, can we get back to where you used to look? Dave, there you go. Now you're back to where you used to look good. All right. What are you going to say to everybody before I put you away? What do you mean? When you look at all the people at the event convention, what do you feel? Thin? No. Okay. Say something that makes everyone feel good. Clap on. All right, let's say something nice. Folks, we want to wish you all a big summer. Give Dave a hand. So, the reason, this is, by the way, just something I'm playing with, but this is a great creative thing because you can take anyone's picture at any moment, turn them into a human dummy, and get on a plane and go anywhere without having to carry several different puppets, which is kind of cool. Soft puppets are easy, but wooden puppets are a problem to carry. I was in Seattle last week. I had like 3 puppets, and I actually had the other comedian cover me so we could check stuff with them because I couldn't get it all on. And then we took a little puddle jumper to Walla Walla. And we had to like take the heads out of the box, hold them in our laps, wrap them in towels, put them above in the head thing, and he's holding one, and everyone in the airport's going, look, it's a dummy, and it's like, it's nasty. It's really nasty. So this makes life a little bit easier. But then you go there and you say, hey, now your TV. So it's like, so I'm always buying TVs and returning them. That's why I know in every state. So, you want to answer a question, or are you just itchy? Oh, it's just.
So how do you connect the Wii remote?
How do you connect it? That's very, see, he thought about that. You didn't, Benjamin. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because that's the way young people think. God, am I old? I'm ancient. So, actually, this is the truth. That was the hardest part of the whole thing, is connecting the Wii remote. By the way, so when I came up with this idea, I don't want to just talk about this idea. I want to show you guys some other stuff. But when I came up with the app, I originally made that app to make people talk. Okay, great. Then I started getting it going. Came out to be a cool idea. Then I said, all right, you know something? You need to be remotely controlled. So then I had to have a guy in India make me. By the way, I have a great Indian coder. He's brilliant, and you're a very great man. In fact, Benjamin, I should hook you up with this guy. Get you here for free. So you can get on the internet, you can do anything. It's really kind. So what happened was we came up with a remote control that we made physically out of nothing to connect to this through some Bluetooth technology, so it would work. And it works, by the way. I could give this to Bob and do in the back of the room, and he'll run it from here. He'll run across the room. It's really great. But I hated it because I don't like the controls. Now you look at this controller that kids use to play these games. This has $1 billion worth of technology in it. It really does. When you look at stuff like this, it's millions of dollars of technology. It feels good. It just feels right in your hand. Everything works synchronously and beautiful. As a matter of fact, a couple people here bought this app, and they're full-time ventriloquists, and they know what they can do. So how did I connect this remote is the question. It took $10,000 and 6 months, 3 months of back and forth and work, cracking things, breaking things, jailbreaking them, trying different things, R&D, and I just keep writing a check, $1,000 a week, $1,000 a week, $1,000 a week. It just kept going on and on and on. It was very, very difficult to do. I ended up spending probably $40,000 to create that little bit. However, people say, my wife even says, what are you, crazy? But the beauty of it is that I use it every day. I use it in different ways, and I do it for different things, and I use it in all kinds of venues, from children's shows to family and adult shows, edgy, clean, corporate, all kinds of ways. It has a tremendous amount of abilities. I've actually come up with other ideas where I've had two of them on the same screen dueling things. I've taken pictures of wives and husbands in the audience and made them hate each other and then love each other again on two different screens. Actually, I tried to sell it to Terry Faber. I went and had lunch with him one day. I thought this would be perfect because if you saw his theater, he has this wonderful theater where all the stuff flows around the room with theater things. I thought Terry would be like the greatest guy to buy this, and he had no interest in it. I was shocked. I thought I was just going to write a check and give it to him, like, you're a millionaire, yeah, you take this. But it didn't work. So I'm surprised that I'm not happy with where it's gone, but I'm not done with it yet, and I'm continuing to grow with it. All right, so just negating this for a while, I just wanted to bring up the fact that in the future, this is the future, and not this app, but other ways to make ventriloquism unique and different, and technology sometimes pulling into it would be a great thing for us as a people, for our business. Another thing I wanted to bring up, independent of that, is sound and music and all that kind of thing. A lot of people ask me this, and this is really weird. I do a lot of parties, privates. As a matter of fact, I do everything. It's not like I do one thing. I do everything. As a matter of fact, in the same day, I may do a kid's party, first birthday or something, and then maybe later a 50th wedding anniversary, and then I'll open for a stripper at midnight. So it's really diverse. It's very diverse. Yeah. And so in that, you have to get in and get out quick. Now, I've seen magicians, ventriloquists come in with all these elaborate settings and lots of stuff and long setup times, and I'm always looking to streamline and be pragmatic about everything that we do, everything. So I feel, personally, and I may be wrong, but if anyone can tell me any different, I want to hear it. I feel I've come up with, I think, the best way to get in and out quickly, and it's this particular sound system and this particular music play that I use. And by the way, I haven't tried one, I've tried everything. I'm the kind of guy, anything comes out new, I write the check, and I eBay it out for half the money and take a loss. But I learned, I'm very engrossing everything that comes in the studio. So everyone keeps asking me about this, and I figured I'd show it here today. And here's something even funnier is that as a ventriloquist, I don't want to sell these things. And I sold 15 to 20 of them in several months. And the company, Anchor Audio, called me and said, hey, John, would you like to become a dealer for our company? I'm like, dealer? I don't know anything about selling audio. The guy's like, well, we have like 15 people buying. They keep telling you, recommending people. Why don't you just become a dealer? I said, okay, what do I got to do? They said, well, hook you up. And I'm an Anchor Audio dealer now, which is, I've sold several more too. And I get some for free and new stuff, so it's been kind of really cool. But, and the same exact thing happened with my sound system. There's a man in Spain named Cesarial Soundmaster, it's called. And I sold something for him. He was telling me we should do something with you, and I had him do some work for me, and now I'm a wholesale dealer for Cesarial Soundmaster. So if any of you guys need sound or music, I can help you out. I'm gonna give it to you for less than whatever it costs on their website, because I'm not looking really to make money on it. I really don't care about the money. I make good money as a performer. But it's just really great to have access to this kind of stuff. All right, that said, this is their biggest system that I have several of them. I don't know if some of you guys are professional performers, probably familiar with this, some of you may not be, but this is their largest system. It's 48 pounds, and it rolls around on a cart very easily. It's a little bit heavy, but as a ventriloquist, you always need more sound. If you're a singer or a magician, is one thing, but as a vent, the dummy voice is half your own, so you need twice more sound, and sound is everything. And you never want to rely on anybody to give you your sound and music, because if you do, and they make a mistake, you look bad, and people think the performer's bad. And that's always the perception, unfortunately, but if you're independent of that, you always don't have to worry about how you look. This is the thing I use, and by the way, to this day, people are impressed with it, because you walk in, these people you set up, and you're like, all right, I'm ready, and you're like, that's it? You're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'll show you. Start the clock. And that's it. I'm ready to go. Just turn the mic on.